Hi everyone, thank you for joining me again for this new battle report around my campaign Operation Dark Winter. The table is ready for the mission number 12. Our goal in that mission is to retrieve some intel on the location of an enemy leader that will lead to the next mission, the next battle report. The information, the intel, is located in one of the 5 buildings, not including that one. This one is condemned. So the intel is in one of those buildings. I will need to enter all of them. In all of them I've placed randomly a token, and I will unveil the token when I have a line of sight on it. And yeah, I will need to move to each building until I found the actual intel. Board is already set up. My models, my force are already set up too, with their ammo loaded in their weapon. I'm going to be deployed on that side of the board, and I'm going to right away jump to turn 1, and yeah, see you just after. Turn 1, end of my movement phase. I've moved those 4 guys here on the left toward that first token. Let's reveal right away what it is. It's empty, so nothing over here. That's good, so no enemy there. Next up, I've moved 2 guys in contact of 1 civilian vehicle and 1 police vehicle. So let's first roll for the police vehicle. On a 456 I found an equipment. Entry, I don't find anything. Now checking for the police vehicle. For the civilian vehicle, a 1 and a 5 for the resources. And if I take my table, a 1 and a 5, I don't find anything on that civilian car. We can now jump on to turn 2. Also, slight change compared to what I used to do. At the start of every turn I'm going to roll a die, and on a 6 I will draw 1 Fog of War card, and I'm going to do that for each turn. So let's first do that. Okay, a 6, and we start with the first Fog of War at turn 2. Oh my god. Black Tusk Squad. 1d6 Black Tusk Soldier plus 1 drone enter the area from a random table edge. Okay, so that's going to spice up that mission. Let's roll to determine how number of Black Tusk. 2, so not that crazy. Let's define where. So on how many entry do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So on 1 it will be here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, and on 5, 6 I will reroll. On a 1, so this team will be deployed over here. Let's check what we have there. So here is that Black Tusk squad that have just been deployed on the board. This is 2 Riflemen, and on the middle we have 1 small like tank. It's unmanned ground vehicle equipped with an LMG. So they start right away with being line of sight on that token. Let's draw 1 card for that. Empty again, so nothing over here too, so right now it's cool for them. The Black Tusk will move toward the other side of the board, which in their case is they will just move straight away up until that end of the road. So that's their movement pattern. Now they have just been deployed, so they won't move, but at the start of each turn they will have the initiative, so they will move first. Now going to my movement phase. End of my movement, I'm moving to the left to secure that next placement token over here. Those 4 guys move, those 2 guys run, so they can't fire that turn. And here on the right, I've just placed my guy on the left in cover. They are a bit alone here, so I don't want to move forward without having some backup behind them. So now I will move all the enemy placement tokens, starting with that one. That one I'm going to do it with you. So it is moving 1 inch on the back, so let's move it 1 inch on the back, out of sight from my team. I will move all the rest of the placement token, and we can jump on turn 3. And actually, before that, let's just check if we have a new Fog of War card. A 1, no more Fog of War for turn 3. Turn 3, I'm starting with the Black Tusk faction. They move 6 inches toward the other side of the board. They are within 16 inches of that token, so they will do a detection roll to see if they detect that. So they are professional, 16, they detect on a 5+, there is 3 of them, so let me take 3 dice. And we have 1 6, so one of them and a 5 also, so they detect that token. Let me just draw 1 card. And it's again empty, nothing there too, so we are pretty clear on that side of the board. So that's the end of their movement. I can now jump onto my movement phase. End of my movement, I'm advancing toward that placement token over here. It is a bit behind those barrels, but I can still see like on top of it. So let's actually draw 1 card right now. Okay, so we have one enemy level 1 card. Let's check what are these enemy level 1. It's that column. A 5, so 2 assaulter and 1 rusher or 1 heavy weapon, and it will be a rusher. So let's place that on the board. So this is the enemy team that will just spawn. Let's actually just check the direction they are facing. So they are not facing myself, so right now we are pretty good. Let's place them on the board, removing the token. They are not looking at my direction, so for now that's fine. So that's end for that side of the board. On this side here, I've moved my 2 National Guard inside that building. So here we have 1 objective token. We'll see if that's one or not. We have also 1 weapon crate that we can loot over here. And in that room we also have 2 weapon crates that we can loot. Unfortunately, this door right now is a bit blocked, so we'll need to move it. It will cost me 1 turn and it makes some noise, but yeah, for now we don't have any forces close to me, so that's fine. And on that side also, these 2 guys just move on the back, waiting for the rest of the team to stack up. So that's it for now. Now let's check what this enemy group will do. So let's take a dice and a scatter dice. Okay, so they will move 2 inches, again, not in my direction, so they will move 2 inches that way. So right now we are safe on that side, and I'm not sure if I will engage them. I will see that after. That's pretty much the end for the movement. Just checking maybe that token over here. So it's not moving, and yeah, that's pretty much the end for that movement turn. Now I will just put some thoughts on if I want to attack or not. So I just checked a bit line of sight, and with all those scatter terrain over here, it will be a bit hard to fire at these enemies. So right now they are not facing me, so I will just wait to shot at them in the next turn. So that's the end of turn 3. We can move on turn 4. Turn 4 will start with no Fog of War card, so we are good here. I'm going to move the Black Tusk squad and yeah, do my movement phase just after that. So I just started moving the Black Tusk squad. They are halfway through their movement phase, and they may see my division agent on the back of the alley over here. It's within 14 inches, so I'm going to roll 1 die for detection. They are professional, they detect on a 5+. So again, 3 dice. Okay, 3, 2, and 4. So they don't detect me. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. So finishing up their movement, they will move again. I was just halfway through their movement. Just going to keep them moving toward the opposite side. So that's the end of their movement. I can jump onto my movement phase. End of my movement phase, I sneak behind that enemy group. So here I just move my guy behind cover. Those two guys did a tactical move and they are crouched behind those barrels. And yeah, that's it for my movement here. Here my two guys went inside the building. One entered that room, is in contact with the intel over here, and the second one is trying to move that fridge over here. So let's right away actually unveil that token, and it's not that one, it's the red one, we need a green one. Objective is not here, that means it can be here, in that one, or in the store completely on the back where there is an enemy on the roof. So that's the end of my movement. Now let's check what the enemy will do. I'm going to start with that group over here. Okay, so they are not moving, but they are just turning around and they just see me. So at the start of the next turn, they will be alerted. They will be able to fire at the start of the next turn, but right now I'm going to kill all of them, hopefully. So that's it for the enemy movement. Let's check what else do we have. We have that token over here that we can do together. It's moving 5 inches toward the edge, and we have one on the alley over here, and it's not moving. So that's the end of the movement. Let's jump onto the combat phase. So the first guy going to fire is Ryan over here. He will fire at that first enemy. Ryan is equipped with that Ruger Mark IV Tactical. He will fire 2 shots in rapid fire at -1. So 2 shots, a 4 and a 2. Is equipped with so the pistol is compact and you have a red dot, that means +2, -1 because of rapid fire, so just +1. You have a shooting stat of 4 +1 5, so that's a 9, and that's a 6. 9 and 6. Now rolling defense on the 9, actually the enemy can't beat the 9. Rolling defense on the 6. Oh, and actually he passed the defense. Now checking lethality. Lethality, that pistol is lethal on 5+. It's not lethal, checking casualty, and it's a severely terrible wound. Catastrophic wound, model is instantly unconscious, so it's almost like if he was killed. Next tech. I want to fire with my SWAT guy because that model already have a pretty good stat. So let's start with here, Jim Street. Actually, I'm going to do the roll. Yeah, let's do that together for the first firefight. So Jim Street, equipped with a silence AKM, he will fire in rapid fire 2 shots. It's silent, so no worry over here. You have a shooting stat of 6. -1 because of the rapid fire, so basically we are at 5. So 2 shots. Okay, so the enemy have no way to beat those 2 6s, and this guy is automatically killed. The first bullet touch him, the second kill him. And finally, our new guy, Chris Sanchez, is equipped with a PP2000. He will fire 3 shots in automatic at -2. But +1 because of compact, +1 because of red dot, so that cancel the malus from the automatic. You have a shooting stat of 5, and he's firing 3 shots. So 5, we have 5, and 2 4, we have 2 9. We have 2 9, and we have 1 7. So this guy also is also automatically killed. So here we have 1 new kill for him and 1 first kill for Chris Sanchez. So here action is done. Yeah, that's pretty much it over here. Now what else? That's pretty much the end. Nothing else will happen over here. We can jump onto the next turn. I don't remember already the turn, probably turn 5. Rolling a dice for the Fog of War, no Fog of War card. So that's great. Yeah, let's start with the movement for the Black Tusk. So the Black Tusk is here toward the middle of the board. There is one token here that might potentially see them. Let's roll a dice to define the direction they are facing, so they are not facing that direction, so no worry over here. That's the end for the movement on the Black Tusk. Next up is for my movement phase. What I want to do actually is to kill that Black Tusk squad, because they will potentially drop some high-end weapons, and that would be great. Problem is that all my silence weapons are over here. Now I need to catch up with them. But yeah, let's jump onto the movement phase. Okay, so here I just came inside the Starbucks with my division agent. He's in contact with that token, and again, it's not the objective. Here, two guys went into the alley to attack the Black Tusk squad from the back, maybe next turn. What else? I didn't left anyone to loot those 3 dead bodies, but I'm taking Hopper, and he run from that point. He will run to loot the dead bodies. Here I have one SWAT guy that just run toward here, and one police guy that move over here. The idea for the 2 of them will be to go on top of that building, probably over here, to try to have a good firing position onto the Black Tusk squad. And here, that model managed to move the fridge without making any noise, and that guy moved up to that weapon crate, so he just gained 1 weapon card, 1 standard card, and it's actually a Springfield Armory Hellcat. Oh, that's a pretty cool pistol. Okay, so I'm going to keep that for later. So this one has been looted. In this room there is one equipment, there are 2, so this is a weapons crate actually, and this is an equipment crate, so there are 2 crates in there, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, we'll see what happened in those rooms later. Yeah, that's the end of my movement. Now we can jump onto the enemy movement. And actually also I will do that off screen, but before jumping onto the next turn, I'm going to roll for... Oh, we have a new Fog of War card that turn, so what do we have now? Fog of War, contact front. Enemy reinforcer enter the area from a random building or table or edge. Okay, so we have some new enemy that arrive. 1, 2, 3, it's a building, 4, 5, 6, it's a table edge. It's a table edge, so let's define the point of entry. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4, so it will be on that side over here, and let's say this enemy group is an enemy level 2. Rolling a dice, a 5, 3 assaulter plus 2 plus 1 rusher. So yeah, let's place that on the board. So this is the enemy group that just spawned on the board. I've also moved all the placement token in a different direction, and now we can jump onto the next turn, starting with the movement phase for the enemy, for the Black Tusk. So basically they will just move 6 inches toward the same direction. They didn't encounter anyone since they have been deployed on the board, so yeah, let's just move them 6 inches that way. So, they will move out of sight pretty soon, and actually I'm not sure if it's the best solution to engage them. We'll see. Jumping on to my movement phase. Almost the end of my movement. Here I have Hopper that move again toward the dead bodies to loot them. Here we have the first police officer that climbed the ladder and started to move on the side of on the roof. Here that guy also move on top. On the street over here, I just moved those guys right now. They could engage them, but I'm going to wait. Where I probably want to engage them is when they will be in the open over here. So what I'm going to do with those guys is also to run, actually. For example here, this guy have an HDT of 5, so he can run some Yeah, he can run 5 inches, so he's going to move up on the back over here, so he's still a bit in cover. That guy will move just on the side of the police car, and same thing for here. So they can't shoot anything, but this enemy group is not alerted yet, so no worry on that side. And inside the building, just going to remove those two guys for now. Inside the building here, so actually that guy finished looting that building and he moved away, and that guy entered that room and is starting to loot that equipment crate, and they're just going to draw one equipment card, and it's a name point comp 2. Okay, cool, we'll put that on the side. And we are over for that turn. We can jump onto now probably turn 6. Turn 6, I'm going to start with Fog of War card. Nothing. Now let's move the Black Tusk. Black Tusk, again, 6 inches. So the first guy will be probably over here, and the rest will follow. Okay, so that's the end of their movement. I can jump now onto my movement. So here those two guys move onto the corner of that building. Here I move my 3 guys behind the Black Tusk squad. They are still not aware of my presence. And that's the end of my movement. Here on that side I move in contact with that first dead body, so I'm going to roll a die to define if I found something. And on a 456 I found something, checking quality 3, it's a standard weapon. Drawing 1 card, we have a SIG 552 Commando, okay. So probably going to sold that weapon soon on the black market. So that's it for my movement phase. What else? I'm probably doing a couple of movements for the rioters, starting with that one. So he's moving 3 inches in the opposite direction, and I want there is one just behind the dumpsters over here, so I'm just going to roll for that one. And actually he's moving 6 inches down the alley. So that token just moved and is actually might be able to see my guy, so I'm just going to draw 1 card. Okay, perfect. 1 civilian. So nothing to worry on that side. Grabbing 1 civilian and placing him over here. Oop. So here it's good. We have 1 civilian coming down the alley. I'm probably not going to start the fight. Probably not going to start the fight that turn. What I'm going to do is at the start of the next turn, place all my guys in Overwatch so they can fire in the enemy movement phase. So yeah, let's jump onto the next turn, and we start first with a potential Fog of War card, and again, whew, what else? Okay, clear. Continue mission Charlie Mike, so nothing too crazy. So yeah, we start next turn. Next turn I'm placing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, placing those 5 guys equipped with silence weapon in Overwatch. Okay, those 5 guys are in Overwatch. Now the enemy group over here will move. That first guy will move out in the open, and I will trigger the Overwatch for him, Chris Sanchez. He will fire... Oh, I forget to reload actually. I forget to reload. That's bad. He fired 3 shots with his KB, with the PP1000. Actually no, he can't fire. He can only fire 1 standard shot. 2. Plus checking the range, 10 inch. I think we are good, but just checking. And actually we are not within the first range interval. Okay, so that's That's bad. We have a -1 to shoot. -1 to shoot. You have a shooting stat of 5, so that's basically a 4 plus 2, that's a 6. Now checking defense on that 6. 5 plus, okay, so they beat that. That first shot from that guy completely missed that Black Tusk. Now we jump onto that guy. Here we have Alex Murphy, so only one weapon bullet left in the PP2000. Now we have Alex Murphy. Alex Murphy will fire 3 shots with the Banshee MK17. So let's do 3 shots. Okay, so we have 2-6, so that's great. We have a shooting stat of 4. So it's not within 10 inches, he got a -1, so basically that's a 3. So here we have 2-9 and 1-4. 2-9 and 1-4. Black Tusk. They have a defense of 2. Rolling defense on the... I already forget, so the 9. On the first 9. So this first bullet touch him, that second one, that second bullet kill him, so he is killed with those kills over here. So that's it. Now we are jumping on the rest over here. So here I'm going to fire first with Ryan Marquez over here. Ryan Marquez will fire 1 bullet with the Ruger Mark IV Tactical. A 3. It's checking the range. I think it's within a good range. Yes, it's within the first range interval of the weapon, so you have a shooting stat of 4, plus 1 of compact, plus 1 of red dot, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There is a 9. Defense is fail. You have a defense of 2, 6, that's a 7, so the bullet touch him. Checking lethality. And it's lethal. Lethal on a 5 plus. Okay, perfect. So that enemy is killed. So just adding 1 kill for Ryan, 1 kill for Alex. So now I'm going to fire with my Silence AKM over here. He will fire 2 shots at the drone. So what do we have here? He will fire 2 shots with the AKM. A 3 and a 2. You have a shooting stat of 6, -1 because of the rapid fire, so that's a 5. So that's an 8 and that's a 7. I just need to grab the rule to check the defense of the drone. So this is the drone I'm firing against. You have a defense of 1 and a shooting of 4. So you have a defense of 1. Yeah, rolling defense on the 8. Rolling defense on the 8. 1 plus 1, that's a 2, so this bullet touch him. Rolling defense on that 7. 5 plus 1, that's a 6, so the first bullet touch him, the second bullet kill him, so the drone is out of combat. So that's it for that turn actually. I've killed all the Black Tusk and I can now loot them to find some goodies. So on the rest, actually here I can loot also one thing inside the building. So here I'm in contact with one weapon crate, just going to roll if I found something. It's probably a 3, so nothing found on that one. And we can jump on to next turn. Next turn, starting again with no Fog of War card. Let's jump onto my movement phase. So end of the movement phase, I'm starting with Hopper. Here he moved toward one of the other dead bodies. On 4, 5, 6 he found something, and checking quality on a 6 now. So it's standard quality and it's a standard weapon. And he just found a FAMAS, a Ketek RDB FAMAS. Okay. So let's place that on the side. So that's it for that guy. What next? Here, those two guys move on to the edge. They will get down that ladder and join the rest of the team in the streets. Same thing for the two National Guard. They are at the door. They will move and join the rest of the team. What else? Here, I'm in contact with one civilian, with Ryan. He have command of 4, so doing a command test on a 5-6 he fail, so that means that this civilian just run away and is lost. Now here we are in contact with one Black Tusk, so rolling to see if I found something on the Black Tusk, please. I found something. Ah, 3. Didn't find anything on that Black Tusk, that's a shame. Okay, so removing that guy out of the way. And yeah, that's the end of that turn. We can move on to the next turn. Next turn, let's start by a Fog of War card. And we don't have one, so we can jump onto the movement phase. So new turn, end of my movement. Actually, I'm going to move the enemy before starting to film. So yeah, let's maybe move a couple together. Where is my scatter dice? It's over here. So yeah, just moving a couple of enemies so you see a bit how I'm doing. So I'm taking all the different groups, throwing a dice, it's not moving. This one is not moving. This one over here is moving 4 inches in that direction. We have one on the roof. We have 2 over here in the street. So for the one on the right, is moving 3 inches in that direction, and the one next to the concrete pipes is also is moving 5 inches toward the wall, and after that is just following the wall. So it starts to move closer to my guys, but there is that big truck that cover me, so right now we are good. And here on that side we have that token moving 3 inches following the car, probably over here, and we have one there moving 5 inches. So let's say just following that car, going to that direction. So that's it for the enemy movement. Now let's actually check what our guys will be doing. So here I'm in contact with that dead bodies. So on a 4-5-6 I found something. Checking quality. One, it's a standard weapon. So we have a VHSD, probably like a Chinese maybe weapon. Okay, so yeah, put that on the side. We have enough weapons of the type. Here, my 2 National Guard move down. They will get inside that building next turn. Those 2 guys move on the right. Here we have Ryan Marquez that will loot that police car. On a 4-5-6, he found an equipment, he doesn't find anything. And here we have those 2 guys in contact with 2 Black Tusk. And for the Black Tusk, same thing, on a 4-5-6 I found a weapon. And I found one actually, I found one high-end weapon. And actually I didn't even take out that deck. It's that deck over here. And what is that one? Oh, cool. Okay, so another cool shotgun, Mossberg 580 Custom Tactical. Rapid fire, compact laser sight, red dot sight breaching. Okay, so that's a cool one. Who found that one? Actually, it's Jim Street. And actually, he's equipped with a shotgun. His model is equipped with a shotgun. So I'm probably going to give that shotgun to him. Yeah, we'll check that maybe later. Maybe I'm going to give that better shotgun to Jim Hopper and give the Mossberg to Jim Street, the 500. So yeah, we'll see. For now, I'm just going to place that on the side. So that's the end of my movement. We can jump onto the next turn. Next turn, we start with a Fog of War card, a 4. So nothing. Yeah, now let's move all my guys. End of my movement, Jim Hopper came inside that building and he will actually loot that first table to find some potential Resources, so for that he's throwing 2 dice. A 1 and a 3 didn't find anything. Here we have Ryan that will join Hopper just after. He will just move in the meantime to loot those 2 cars. Here they just came inside and they found here we have some lockers and a safe. So the safe, instead of using the standard campaign mission, I'm going to use the supply run mission to have like a better chance of finding some loot since it's a safe. So let's run for the safe first. A 5 and a 4, a 5 and a 4. So we have some building materials in that one. And then in the lockers, we have nothing in the first locker, but there is still 1 locker to check. So building materials, just placing that, it's a 4, and the 4 is for Charlie Smith. Here, what do we have? Those 2 guys run, they will join the 2 guys over here. I'm going to loot those 2 two military vehicles. So on a 456 I found an equipment, so I found something. Checking quality, 3, it's a standard equipment. And another smoke grenade, so that will be helpful. Placing that on the side. So that's the end of my movement. Yeah, nothing else, no other thing to loot. Now I will slowly move toward those 2 buildings to try to see if the objective is inside one of them. Actually, before doing my movement, doing the roll for the Fog of War, it's a 1, so no more Fog of War card that turn. So end of my movement phase. Here I'm going to loot that vehicle to find some supply. Same thing for here in the Starbucks. So first roll, a 5 and a 4, I found something, some food. Second roll, a 2 and a 4, nothing. So a 4. Food is a 2, so we have, let's say that it was Jim Hopper, since he's in the Starbucks, he found some food, 1 food over here. Next up, what do we have? Inside here, I'm going to loot one more time in the lockers. As you can see, here there are 2 lockers. And here I'm going to loot also that desk. So, first roll, 3 and 1, nothing found. Second roll, 6, a 2 and a 6. Some building material, it's a 4. So that's very helpful because I really need some resource to build my base. So I just placed 1 more resource on that guy. Here my team is starting to link up. I have just 1 guy here that will loot that truck. Same thing over here. Doing some roll, 2 and 3, nothing found. So that's the end of my movement phase. I've already moved the enemy. This enemy group, this enemy token is maybe a bit more suspicious. They move toward my direction. I'm going actually to unveil it and see what it is. And it's an enemy level 1. It's an enemy level 1 card. The table is over here. It's a 2, so just 2 assaulter. To select them randomly, I have them over here. That's the 2 row for the rioters, for the assaulters. I'm just going to roll a die to define which one will be placed on the board. So we start a new turn. First thing I'm going to do is to roll on the Fog of War. So still a 1, so no Fog of War card that turn. Next thing I'm going to do is actually check, like that's Vian, just move out of the board. Just going to check if those 2 guys see my model over here. So they are untrained. It's using, they detect on a 4+, so rolling 2 dice, a 3 and a 6. So they detect my guy. Okay, so that's not great. So they will react based on the Zablan doctrine. So now those 2 guys are alerted. So now I'm going to move my guy, and first thing I'm going to do is probably just move Hopper at the door so he can see through the door and shoot if needed. That guy over here will just move on the opposite side of the car, taking cover on the back. And I'm going to move the rest of my guy and show you where they are moving. Okay, those two guys will loot the two shelves that are inside the comic store, trying to find some resources. So 2 and 1, nothing found. 2 and 4, nothing found too. So now, yeah, things risk to be like we should have some firefight over here. So what this team will do now? So I'm just going to take the Zablan Doctrine. Roll 2 dice, a 3 and a 4. A 3 and a 4, reckless, move and shoot. Reckless, maximum movement, disregard, cover. So basically they are moving 6 inches in the direction where they detected me. So yeah, just disregarding cover, they will move over here. Okay, so that's it. That's it. Now we jump on. Now I'm going to move the rest of the enemy first. So what does this group do? 4 inches. Let's first check also that one. Okay, so that one is not moving, and this group is just on top of the other group. For that one, 4 inches toward that direction. Doing the rest off screen, and after that we'll take care of that gunfight. So I've moved all the enemies, now let's start the gunfight over here. Ryan Marquez will fire 2 shots in rapid fire at that enemy over here. He's still equipped with his Ruger Mark IV tactical pistol, so he's firing with a shooting stat of 4, +2 of compact, minus +2 with red dot, but -1 because of rapid fire, so that's basically a 5. So that's an 8, that's a 7, 8, 7. Rolling defense on the 8. This one touch him, rolling defense on the 7. And also that one touch him, so basically the first bullet touch him, the second one kill him. So this guy is killed. Now for that second enemy. Whoop, just moving a bit some of the, just moving that out of the way. Here I have my 2 guys over here that I have line of sight on him. So I'm going to start with the police officer, Alex Murphy, with his Banshee MK17. Just checking the range. Actually, it's not within the first. Let's check. It's within, I will say 12, 13. The MK17 is good for 10 inches. After that, it will get a -1. So, he will fire 3 shots in automatic. Let's do the roll. So 5, 2, and 1. Oh, pretty bad. So, you have a shooting stat of 4. No use of the compact and red dot because it's outside of the first range interval, and -1 because actually of the distance. So that's basically a 3. That's an 8. So that first bullet actually touched him. The second one, that's a 5. So rolling defense on the 5. So that second bullet kill him actually. Yo, perfect. And this one is also killed. So I'm going to add some stat points for Ryan Marquez. Oh, actually Ryan Marquez just received a bonus point, and actually Alex Murphy too. Perfect. So for Alex Murphy, a 5, he received a bonus stat point in melee. And for Ryan Marquez, a 5, same thing here. Where is he? Melee, he received a bonus point in melee. So that's the end of that gunfight, that's the end of that turn. Actually, we can jump onto the next turn. So new turn, going to start first with a Fog of War card, a 4, so nothing, no new Fog of War card that turn. Let's move on to the movement phase. End of my movement phase. I've moved Ryan over here. That enemy group is slowly advancing toward me. Maybe they heard something, but they can't see the dead bodies because of all the barrier and the car. Hopper is behind that car with his shotgun. Here I started moving all my force toward that first building on the right. And here are also my police officer that will remain on that side to cover both Ryan and Hopper. Also they reload, all of them reloaded their weapon, so we are good with that turn. We can jump onto next turn. Next turn, let's start with Fog of War card, and that's a 4, so no Fog of War card that turn. Moving on to the movement phase. New turn, end of my movement phase. Here Ryan just did a tactical move, same as Hopper, so they basically are crouching. He just move a bit back to loot that dead body, but still with his weapon ready in case that enemy group move toward them. Same thing for Hopper. On the side here, those guys are stacking up to move on to that building on the left. And here this team move inside that building, and there is actually a potential intel. So let's reveal that. And again, it's not there. So again, an empty building. But here they can still loot that the computer to find some stuff. And yeah, that's it in that room. So yeah, we'll see if we find something in there. And in the meantime, we yeah, doing the roll for the enemy movement actually. So let's check what this group will do. They are moving again 2 inches in my direction. So right now they can't see me because I'm crouched. As you can see over here, I'm crouched behind the different cars, so I'm safe for now. Doing the rest of the movement. So this one is not moving, the other one is not moving, the one in front over is not moving. Yeah, going to move all the others so we can jump onto next turn. So I'm safe to do a bit of looting, so I'm going to loot that dead bodies. On a 456 I found something, and checking quality, a 3, it's a standard weapon. And it's actually the wrong name, whoops. It's not a Chris Vector, it's a 9mm AUG. Okay, so yeah, just saw an error on one of my cards. Never mind, so that dead body has been looted. Now we have Jim Hopper here that will try to find some goodies in the civilian car. 3 and a 3, nothing found on that car. And that's it. Yeah, no more loot on the on that turn. We can jump onto next turn. Next turn we start with potentially a Fog of War card, a 3, no Fog of War. Yeah, let's jump onto the movement phase. Okay, so multiple things happen that turn. I've moved all my guy and jump onto the movement phase for the enemies. That enemy group moved 5 inches toward that side, and they actually detected that model. So at the start of the next turn, they will use the Zablan Doctrine and start to fire, but that turn they won't be able to fire, since they detected at the end, really end of their movement. Actually, they can still fire, it's just that they can't move anymore, since they detected my guy at the end of the movement. I've moved all the rest of the movement token, and there are actually 1 token here that just moved in line of sight of my agent of the division here. So I'm going to draw 1 card, and it's more enemy. That's not great. Enemy level 1, taking the table. 4 and 5. 4, it's 2 assaulter plus 1 thrower, so let's place that on the board. Okay, so that's the enemy group that just arrived in front of me. They are alerted. Same thing here, it's at the end of their movement, they came in front of me, so they can't move anymore, but they can fire. And that's really dangerous because I'm a bit behind that concrete, that sandbags over here, but yeah, it will be like a +1 to defense. And there is a thrower that can throw grenades, so I will need to take care of him. Yeah, we'll see how things happen over here. And yeah, so I also came inside that building, and let's check if it's the objective or not. And finally, okay, finally the objective is over here. Let's pretend the objective, like the information we came for, are on top of that table, so I will need to interact with that table next turn. But first, let's jump onto the combat phase. Combat phase, I'm going to start with Ryan Marquez over here that will fire at the enemy rusher. No need anymore to... yeah, no need anymore to keep the silence weapon. Like, there are too many enemies that are alerted. So I'm going, with Ryan, I'm going to switch from the pistol to the stoner CAC. It have the compact rule, that means I can switch from one weapon to that weapon without any minus point in the shooting. So yeah, I'm going to fire 3 shots with the stoner CAC at the first enemy. Okay, 4, 3, 1. It's automatic, so it's -2. I can reroll 1 die because I have a grip. Grip, reroll one die when doing an automatic fire, and it's the same. Okay, perfect. So I have a shooting stat of 4. I don't have any accessory, so that's basically a 4. -2 because of the automatic fire. That means I have a 2 basically, so that's a 6, right? 4, 6. That's a 6, that's a 5, that's a 3. Okay. Where are my other dice? Here. Okay, so for the 6, rolling defense on the 6. Oh, actually, this one passed. Rolling defense on the 5. This one touched the enemy, rolling defense on the 3. And this one doesn't touch him. It's lethal on a 4+. It's not lethal, checking the type of wound, a 3. A 3 medium wound, the one is stunned. He can only fire a sidearm. Okay, so that first enemy over here is wounded and he can't shoot with his primary weapon, but he doesn't have one. So, jumping on the rest, I'm going... Yeah, let's focus first on that side. Hopper is behind that car, he doesn't have a good visibility on any of those enemies. Here I have my SWAT guy. My SWAT guy here will fire at that second enemy equipped with the AK. What else? He have an AKM, he will fire 3 shots. 2 shots. Ryan Marquez fire 3 shots with the stoner. So yeah, 2 shots with the AKM. A 3 and a 2. Oh, I'm bad at rolling today. Enfin, now. You have a shooting of 6, -1 because of rapid fire. That's a 5. Oh, that's an 8. The enemy can't beat that. That's a 7. The enemy can beat the 7. And he actually beat that 7. Damn. So for the 8, checking casualty, lethal on a 4+. Oop. Lethal on a 4+. So that bullet kill that enemy. Just going to place him on the side. Next, we have that guy that will fire at that other rioter here. So who it is? It is Gabriel Kurt. He's equipped with that Zusat. He will fire 2 shots in rapid fire. A 5 and a 2. You have a shooting stat of 5, plus 1 of compact, plus 1 of red dot, -1 because of the rapid fire, so that's a 4. So here we have a 9. The enemy can't beat that. Here we have a 6, rolling defense on the 6. 4 plus 1 in defense. The enemy actually is a bit behind cover, is a bit behind the police car. He will get +2 to defense. So that's a 6. So that second bullet miss him. Now checking casualty. 6, it's lethal. Okay. So no worry, that bullet kills him. Just shot him in the face. So what else? That guy, Kurt here, doesn't have any line of sight on here. Same for him. Doesn't have line of sight. This guy is inside. This guy is also inside. He will loot that. And actually now let's take care of here. He have a couple of abilities, so let me check what he can do. Unfortunately, Nikayat doesn't have a powerful ability that will be helpful in our case. You have the actually you have the return fire ability that say that when targeted by enemy fire, automatically fire back once per turn. So that means that when an enemy will fire at me, I will fire back if I'm not killed. So that's a big thing. Then I have the Shadow Step, doesn't trigger Overwatch, and I have the Empower that is not helpful now. So yeah, I'm going to fire 2 shots with my Glock 19 in rapid fire. So I have a shooting stat of 6. I'm firing at, by the way, at the most dangerous guy, which is the thrower in the middle. Okay, so 2-5, I have a shooting of 6, shooting stat of 6 plus 3 accessory, so I kill him automatically. So that guy is killed. Just going to place it a bit behind, and that was the token for that enemy group. Okay, so that one is killed, and that's the end. That's the end for the combat phase for myself. Now we move on to the combat phase for the enemy. I'm going to start with that enemy over here with the pistol. 1, 2, 3 standard fire. So he's doing a standard fire. He's equipped with a pistol. He have a shooting stat of 2 plus 5. That's 7. He doesn't have any bonuses, but I have a bonus in defense because I am next to that Escobarrier, plus 1 in defense. So I have a defense by default of 3. So let's do my roll. So here we need to beat 7 again. Oh, perfect! Yes! So that shot missed me, but it triggered the return fire ability. Oop. When targeted by enemy fire, automatically fire back once per turn. So I'm firing back at that enemy with the last bullet that I have in my Glock 19. A 5 plus shooting stat of 6. 11. So that's a 14. The enemy can't beat that. Checking lethality now. Lethal on a 5 plus. It's not lethal. Checking casualty. 2, okay, so not a very bad wound. It's a medium wound. The model is stunned for 2 turns and suffer -2 to its move, and suffer just 2 to the move stat. So he's basically injured at the leg. Okay, so let me just put a token next to him. This guy is stunned. This guy is also stunned. Now, what else? That other enemy will also fire at me. He's equipped with an AK. 4.56 is doing 2 shots, so that's dangerous. That's dangerous. A 4 and a 2. You have a shooting stat of 2, so we have a 6 and a 4. A 6 and a 4. Rolling defense on the 6. 4 plus my 3 points of defense. That's a 7, so I beat that one. And rolling defense on that 4. And also pass that. Whew. Oh my god, I was really worried about those 2 enemies shooting at me. So those 2 enemies missed their shot. Now on that side of the board, let me actually check if the enemy can see me. I've checked line of sight, but that enemy over here doesn't actually have line of sight on any of my models. The first enemy has some line of sight, but he doesn't have any weapon. He's a rusher. He will just rush with his baseball bat to try to to beat someone. So he can't fire 2. So we are good, that's the end of the combat phase, and we can now jump onto next turn. Just going to loot also that desk inside that apartment building over here. So just looting a 4 and a 4. I found something. 4 and a 4, that's some building material again. Perfect, I need some for my base. And who is? It's the SWAT guy, Chris. So that's the end of that turn. We are jumping on to the next turn. Next turn we start with no Fog of War card. Actually, I'm thinking I will again change that rule. So the first time I'm rolling it's a 6, the turn after it's a 5, turn after it's a 4, and this will give me more chance to have some Fog of War card. Yeah, probably going to introduce that new rule. I'm basically developing the rule as I'm playing, so yeah, we'll see that in the next mission. So yeah, no Fog of War in that turn, but the enemy leader will try to call in reinforcement. He have a command of 4, so he fail his call for reinforcement on a 5 or a 6. And he doesn't, he calls some reinforcement. They will arrive in 3 turns. So let's remember that in 3 turns there will be some reinforcement that arrive on the board. That reinforcement will be a level 2 enemy. And after that, every 3 turns there will be a level 1 enemy card that will enter the board. So that will need to get out, yeah, quite as soon as possible. So now jumping onto my movement. New turn, end of my movement phase. Hopper switched to Overwatch, entered Overwatch. That model also entered Overwatch, and Nick Hayat over here also entered Overwatch. Now what will the enemy do? I'm going to take the Zablan Doctrine. So for that first enemy group over here, they won't enter Overwatch, they will probably move, so let's do that. A 3 and a 4, reckless, move and shoot. So basically, that guy here is a rusher, he will move toward the closest enemy who is him. He will try to engage him in close quarter combat. That will trigger the Overwatch from that model. Next up, this guy will also move 6 inches, probably behind that car over here, and he will try also to fire at him or fire at Ryan over here that is in the open. Next for that enemy group over here, same thing, I'm going to roll a die. Maybe this group can enter Overwatch, so let's roll a first die, Overwatch on a 5+. Okay, so they enter Overwatch. Okay, they enter Overwatch, and actually, oh, yeah, I mix a bit the turn because I've already did my movement, and basically that SWAT guy moved outside of the building, and they just triggered Overwatch from one of those 2 guys. I will start with the closest one, which is the one with the pistol. Yeah, we'll check that just after. Let's take care first of what is happening over here. So, as I said, that guy will start to move toward that, toward my SWAT guy. This will trigger the Overwatch from that National Guard. Here is who is that? It's again that guy with the Zusat. So it will trigger Overwatch. He will fire 1 bullet. Fire 1 bullet. A 4. Okay, that's cool. Shooting stat of 3. That's a 7 plus compact plus red dot. That's a 9. The enemy can't beat that. He can't beat that. So that's perfect. Checking lethality, so it's lethal on a 4+. And actually, he's already injured. If you remember, he has been injured, and that second bullet, since it touched him, it automatically kills him. Now we have that second guy that will move in the open, and he will try to fire. Since that guy is still up, he will fire at that guy, which is the closest to him. But that's after. First, we finish the movement. So as I said, those two guys here didn't move, but my SWAT guy here did move, and he got out of that building. It triggered the Overwatch for my the two enemy rioters. So I'm going to start with the first rioter with a pistol. Oh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. He's firing 6. He is actually stunned, but is still pretty good at shooting. 6 plus 1, that's a 7. Now checking defense. 4 plus 2 in defense, 4, 5, 6. And he actually have body armor. It's just -1 to lethality roll. So actually he is hit by that weapon. It's a pistol, similar at that one, the Beretta. So now let's check casualty. And it's not lethal, not casualty, lethality. It's not lethal. It's just a 1. And yeah, that bullet, it's not lethal, so that bullet missed him, right? Yeah, perfect. So he fired, that guy fire at him, and the shot doesn't... Oh, it's not lethal, but it's still a wound, right? It's still a wound. Oh, damn. Oh, that's a pretty bad wound again. I have too many models injured. 5, serious wound. The model is injured and begins to bleed out and will die in 5 turns. Oh, that's terrible. So So that guy is just... He's not dead. He's just leaning on the floor and he can't... yeah, he can't fire back. That's pretty bad. At least now, since he has been injured and since he falls, that second model can't fire at him. So that's the end of the movement phase where we did the Overwatch stuff. Now we are jumping onto the combat phase. Combat phase, I'm going to start with him. He will fire at the enemy with the AK. He didn't reload his weapon, of course. Yeah, well, he didn't have time. So either he can fire with the Glock or the Barrett. The Barrett is way more lethal. I'm going to do that. I'm going to switch to the Barrett. When I'm switching to a weapon that doesn't have the compact rule, it gives me -3 to shooting. But I have a red dot. I can reroll also 1 die because I have a grip. So yeah, I have some chances. So let's switch to the Barrett and roll a 3. So -3 because I'm switching to that weapon. So basically we have 0, but he still have a shooting 5 of 6 plus a red dot. That's a 7. Okay, so that's still really good. Checking defense for the enemy. Oh, no way. No way. Oh, the enemy beat me. Oh, the enemy beat that. So I was firing at that model, and he actually succeeded at the defense. So nothing else happening on that side. Those two guys fire during their Overwatch, so they can't fire during the combat phase. So we are done on that side. Now checking that side, I will fire with my SWAT guy on that guy on the left. Jim Street is equipped with the AKM. He will fire 2 shots with the AKM. So a 2 and a 1. That's superb. You have a shooting stat of 6 -1 because of the rapid fire. That's a 5. That's a 7 and that's a 6. Rolling defense on the 7 is it. He is it. Rolling defense on that one and he is killed. Okay, so that's great here. Okay, so no more enemy on that side. We still have a lot of enemy on the other side. And we have a pretty badly injured model. So yeah, we'll need to take care of that. In the meantime, I'm going to loot that dead bodies here with Ryan. Yep. So on 456 I found something. Checking quality standard weapon. And it's a PP2000. A pretty basic version of the PP2000 if you compare it to that one here. So that's the end of that turn. We are moving on to next turn. Next turn we start with a Fog of War card. No Fog of War card. And enemy reinforcement will arrive in 2 turns. Let's jump onto... actually, before jumping onto the movement phase, going to give orders. Orders, I'm just going to trigger Overwatch, send that guy in Overwatch. And that's it. Now we move to the movement phase. I'm going to move all the guy and move the enemies just after. Actually, I have a couple of enemy tokens that will move toward me since the gunfight started. So I will place that model in Overwatch. I will... and yeah, that's it. I will just place that model in Overwatch too. So we have 2 guys in Overwatch. Now let's move my guys. End of my movement. I didn't move the enemy yet. So I moved those 2 guys here to face the enemy that will come over here. This one is in Overwatch. This guy moved out of the building with the intel. So now I'm just going to extract toward that exit. But first I need to take care of my injured SWAT guy. So I've moved one of the National Guard over here to try to kill some of the rioters. Here on the back I have Charlie Smith that have a smoke grenade. I am going to try to send a smoke grenade over here. So let's do a roll to do that. 3, he have a shooting stat of 4. That's not enough. I needed at least a 4. That means that the grenade will scatter. So let's roll a die to define the direction it is scattering. And it's scattering in that direction, so toward me. 5 inches. Oh man. Oh, he's terrible with a smoke grenade. So 5 inches. Actually, the smoke grenade just land where my injured guy is. Actually, the injured model is he can still lean, so he just leaned toward the rest of this team, and the smoke grenade just fall exactly on him. Okay, so that's the end of the movement. Now let's do the movement for the enemy. I'm going to start with that group over here to see what they are doing. So on 5 they will enter Overwatch. So they are not entering Overwatch. So now what are they doing? 6 and 5. Flank, move and sprint. Flank, indirect pass, move around terrain or cover. So if they want to flank me, the best way would be to move on that area over here. So let's actually do that. That first enemy will move. It will trigger Overwatch from my agent of the division. He's equipped with the Barrett, so he will fire 1 bullet with the Barrett over here. So 6, okay, perfect, he's killed. 6, shooting stat of 6, plus a red dot. Okay, this guy is killed, especially since he was already injured. No need to check lethality. And that second guy will try to flank, so he's just moving over here. Now we have plenty of other tokens to move. That one, let's do. On a 1, 2, 3, it will go straight toward me. On a 4, 5, 6, he will try to flank me. So, he's moving 6 inches. Where is my ruler? So, it is moving 6 inches to try to flank me. We have one over here that will again just move 6 inches and arrive just in front of me, so we'll unveil that card just after. Next, what do we have here? So here we have 2 tokens that will move toward me. We have that first one moving, just checking the range, moving 6 inches behind that police car. This will trigger the Overwatch from that model. And then we have that one that will move 6 inches and arrive over here. So let's actually reveal a couple of cards. I'm going to start by that one, then 2, then 3. Okay, so one civilian. Okay, placing the civilian. Okay, so here we have one civilian where he will actually try to escape the board and not get in the middle of the firefight. For the second one, enemy level 1. For the third one, empty. Oh, enemy level 2. Okay. We have 2 enemy group that just spawn. For the enemy level 1, what do we have here? 4. 4, it's 2 assaulter plus 1 support. So let's place that on the board. So here I just placed that squad. As I said, they will move 6 inches behind that police car, but this will trigger the overwatch of my SWAT guy right here. He will fire at the second guy, which is the support guy that can heal. So here, Jim Street, he only have 1 bullet left in his AKM. He will fire standard shot 5 plus shooting stat of 6 -1 because of Overwatch. That's automatically a hit. Now checking lethality, it's lethal on a 4+. Please kill him. 4, yes. So he managed to kill that guy just when he was moving through. And now let's check that final token over here. It's a level 2 enemy, a 3 assaulter plus 3 assaulter plus 1 controller. So let's place that on the board again. So that's the second group of enemy that just spawned. 4 new enemy with a controller here on the right with the white hoodie. Okay, so that's dangerous. But we'll see what happens. Can I still do something in the movement and tactical action phase? Just looking at just looking at what I have available, and I don't have a lot of options actually. Yeah, I don't have a lot of options. Yeah. It's the end of the movement anyway, so I'm jumping onto the combat phase. Combat phase, I'm starting with Ryan over here. He will fire at the guy with the black hoodie, the black rioter over here. So Ryan, where he is? He's with his stoner. He will fire 3 shots from the stoner in automatic. So 3, 2, 6, also 6, 3, 2. You have a shooting stat of 4 -2 because of the rapid fire, so that's a 2. So that's an 8, that's automatically a kill. Here we have a 5, rolling defense on the 5, and the enemy missed that, so the first bullet touched him, the second bullet kills him. So this one is killed. So this guy fire, this one too. No more line of sight on enemies on that area. No, on that area over here, that guy who is here, Charlie Smith, will fire, checking line of sight. He actually have line of sight on the woman, the black woman with the pistol, so we'll fire at that woman. And here after that I have Gabriel Kurt here that will fire at the controller just behind. So let's do Charlie Smith first. He is equipped with that OTS Groza that can only fire 1 bullet. So we'll fire 1 shot, Make it count. Make it count. My god. Okay, so you have a shooting stat of 4. Is it within the first range interval? That's a good question. Is it within... I think it is. Within 18. Yes, it's definitely within the first range interval. So 4 plus compact 1 plus laser sight 2. So that's a 6. That's basically a 7. So we have a 7. The enemy can only beat that on a 6. Yes, the enemy doesn't beat that. It's lethal on a 3+, so it's a really lethal weapon, and it's lethal. Damn, yes. So this guy fire and kill that woman. And just behind now I have him. He can do a rapid fire with the Zusat, or he can also do a rapid fire with the Desert Eagle. What is the range? Yeah, it's too far from the Desert Eagle. Yeah, he will stick with the Zusat, so we'll fire his last bullet from the Zusat. So, firing a 3 and a 2. You have a shooting stat of 3 plus 1 plus 2. So just plus 1 because he have the rapid fire. Actually, he can re-roll. He can re-roll. So let's re-roll that one. Oh, even worse. My god. So 3 plus 1, that's a 4. 4. So that's a 7 and that's a 5. Rolling defense on the 7. I touch him. Rolling defense on the 5. And I don't touch him over here. It's lethal on a 4+. And it's not lethal. Checking casualty. And his terrible wound is instantly unconscious. Okay, so that's the end of the combat phase for me. Whoop, just checking if... And actually... Yeah, that last enemy can just barely see me. Yeah, let's see, he can see me. Let's say he can see me, but with just a -2 modifier to shoot. So... 1, 2, 3 standard fire, 4, 5, 6 rapid fire. This enemy is doing a rapid fire with his carabine, a 4 and a 2 at -2. So you have a shooting stat of 2, but -2 we are basically just a 4 and a 2. Rolling defense on the 4. Rolling defense on the 4. I have a defense of 3. So this one pass. And for the 2, this one also pass. Okay, so that's the end of that combat phase. Lots of crazy stuff. So yeah, that's the end of that combat phase. Let's jump onto the next turn. Next turn, checking the Fog of War card. Nothing that turn. I can jump onto the movement phase. Okay, so I just started moving my models. This guy is injured on the ground, he's just leaning on his own. This guy will move to him and just grab him by the vest and keep just moving him a bit away from the gunfight. Next, my division agent, he is equipped with a Riot Foam Launcher. So basically it's a device that fires like a grenade launcher and it lands something that releases some Riot Foam, so it's an expanding foam that prevents enemy from moving. So I'm just going to fire that right in front of those two guys, so I just need at least a 2. Okay, so I have a 3, it lands exactly where I want, that means on the feet of those two guys. And after that, what I can do, so I just use that device in my movement tactical action phase, and after that I'm going to move 6 inches behind me. Same thing for that guy, he's going to move 6 inches in cover, same thing for him, in cover behind the smoke over here. So that's great over here. That guy with we just move around. He's equipped with the LMG. You have what? You have the RPK, so we'll be able to cover them in case something goes wrong. Next up, on that side, what I have here? That guy need to reload. He's equipped with the with the LMG. He needs to reload. So I'm going to move that guy over here to try to take care of that enemy, and same thing for here. I'm going to move that guy over here just to take care of that enemy. And that's the end of my movement. Now jumping onto the enemy movement. Where is my scatter dice? Is over here. So that enemy group over here will try to just keep coming at me. This reroll is the riot form, so basically they can't move for one turn. Those two guys will move 6 inches. Oh, that's dangerous. 6 inches, they arrive just here. That means they can see me, and this guy will be just behind. They can't see that one. So what is that new token? Oh, some more enemies. I don't need more enemies. One. Oh, okay, perfect. So it's just one assaulter alone. I don't have any that more rifleman basic guy, so it will be that last one. So here we have a new rifleman that arrive, ready to fire at me. Next, what this guy will do? Checking the Zablan doctrine. A 6 and a 2, careful, tactical, and shoot. So he's doing a tactical move, meaning he will get a +1 to his defense, and he just moves behind that card that will grant him also a +1. After that, I'm going to move all the other movement tokens 6 inches toward the firefight. This one will probably stay up here in a good firing position. And what else? I have one over here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. End of the movement. We can jump onto the combat phase. Combat phase, two things. I'm going to first start with Hopper, with the shotgun, to fire at that guy. So, shotgun is over here, rapid fire. I'm going to do a standard fire with the shotgun. A 2 shooting stat of 5 +1 because of the compact. Actually, I can reroll one die in the second range interval, so no, I can't use that. Okay, so we have 5, 6, 7, 8. We have an 8. Checking defense. The enemy is touch. The enemy is touch. Now checking lethality. 3+. It's not lethal. Let me just check the rules for buckshot. I just checked the rules. With the buckshot I can reroll failed shots. Here I didn't fail the shot, it touched him, it doesn't kill him, so I need to check the casualty. Casualty it's a 1, so it's almost nothing. Light wound, the model is stunned for 1 turn, no permanent effect. So now I'm going to shoot with my SWAT guy over here on the right. He didn't have time to reload, so he switched to his Glock 18 and he will fire 3 shots. No, we'll just fire 1 shot. 1 shot, you have a shooting stat of 5. +1, that's 6. Actually, you have a grip, he can reroll when doing a rapid fire thing. So 6 plus compact 7 plus 1, that's an 8. Actually, the enemy can't beat that. Yeah, he can't beat that, and since he was already injured by the shotgun shot, he is killed. Okay, so that's it for that side. On that side, we just have that enemy that appear, and I'm going to fire first with that guy, Charlie Smith. Actually, I'm going to fire now with I'm going to fire with my Barrett over here. With Nick. Nick is firing 1 bullet, 1 shooting stat of 6, that's a 7, plus red dot, that's an 8. The enemy can't beat that. Actually, he's behind. Yeah, he's behind a bit cover, behind the sofa, so +1 in cover. The enemy can beat that on a 6. And that's a 5. The enemy is injured, lethal on a 3+, so it's a 6, it's lethal. This enemy is killed. Okay, so that's end of the combat. End of the combat. We can now jump on to the next. Next turn, some enemy reinforcements arrive on the board. So let's check where they are deploying. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. They will be deployed over here. So it's really too far from me to bother placing them. They won't be able to reach me before I leave the board. So, and a new enemy will arrive in day 3 turn. So now let's move on to the movement phase. What will I do? Here I still have an enemy who arrive. This guy reloaded his weapon on the last turn. I need to reload my weapon with that guy. So I'm just going to move that guy behind that car, so he's a bit safe for that turn. This guy over here will move, just moving the dead bodies around, just to cover that angle. Same thing for the shotgun. On that side, I'm going to move my injured model. I can move the agility of my guy, so up to 4 inches, so he's just taking care of that model. This guy will help him actually, so they can move 1 extra inches. This guy is equipped with the RPK, will remain here, more probably behind that dumpster. My division agent here will move on that side. And yeah, no, that's tough because I know that there are enemies that arrive on that side. So now they will just take cover behind that. He was here, so just doing a move behind that, let's say. Okay, so end of my movement, jumping on the enemy movement. And we'll start with that token that will enter line of sight of my guy. Drawing 1 card. It's empty. Okay, perfect. So no more enemy. Here, this one will move, but won't be in line of sight that turn. Same thing for this one. Let's say also that one that just spawned over here will keep moving. What happened on that side? Here we have that model that will arrive over here, taking cover behind the sofa, and we have those 2 enemies that will move 6 inches and that will arrive. But yeah, they are probably... Let's actually check what they are doing on the Zablan Doctrine. A 6 and a 5, flank. They want to flank me, so actually it's a good position to flank me, so they will just move over here. Okay, so that's the end of the movement. That's the end of the movement. Do I want to do a bit some fancy stuff? Yeah. Jumping onto the combat phase, my division agent will first fire... Actually no, my police officer will fire at that guy. He's equipped with the RPK. He will fire 3 shots. 6, 3, 2. Shooting stat of 4. And that's it. 4, that's 10. 7 and 6. Rolling defense on the 10. This one, touch him, rolling defense on the 5. It's not a 5, it's a 7. It's a 7. 5 plus 1 in defense for the writer, that's a 6, plus also 1 because he's behind the sofa, that's a 7, so this one miss. And this one is it's a 5, rolling defense on that one, this one also miss. Checking casualty, it's lethal, 4 plus. Okay, perfect. This one is killed. I forget a lot of the time to add all the stat points, but yeah. And then we have my division agent that will fire at one of those guys. He is still equipped with the Barrett. He have 2 bullets left, 1 now. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Okay, perfect. The enemy can't beat that. Checking lethality. 5, it's lethal on 3 plus, as you can see over here. So the first enemy over here is killed. That's it for my combat phase. So all my other model reloaded their weapon, they are fully loaded now. Except for the 2 National Guard, they are carrying the injured guy. Now jumping onto the combat phase for the enemy. That guy will fire at my agent of the division on a 1, 2, 3 standard fire, 4, 5, 6 rapid fire. A 4 and a 2 is equipped with a carbine, something similar to that. So, you have a shooting stat of, the enemy has a shooting stat of 2, that's a 6. That's a 6. Let's take that for defense. 1, ooh, that's dangerous. 4, 5, 6. He have an attack of 6. I have a defense of 3 plus 1, that's a 4. And I'm not... actually, I'm a bit behind cover, to be honest. Like... oh yeah, I receive like a +2 to defense. There is the smoke grenade, and there is the yellow dumpsters. So let's give me a +2 in defense. So 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a 6. So I beat that one, and I also automatically beat that one. So I beat the 2. The 2 bullets miss me. And that's the end of the combat phase. Now we can jump onto the next turn. Next turn, end of my movement phase. I've moved my guy over here. They are carrying my SWAT guy who is injured. And basically I have only one enemy that is over here that can fire at me, but yeah, he will just probably move over here, and with all the stuff that we have over here, he won't be able to fire. I'm just going to escape the board before he can reach me. And anyway, I have too many weapons to fire at him. So yeah, just wanted to end that video. I think that was a pretty long video because we didn't find the objective straight away. We struggled a bit with it. And yeah, that's the end of that mission. We managed to secure the intel, so it unlocked the next mission where we need to kill an enemy officer, an enemy leader. Hope you like that new battle report. Let me know in your comment your thoughts. And thanks you everyone for joining me, and I will see you for the next one. Bye everyone!